Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. So, the Winston Cup, the next Winston Cup is upon us. I still have to number challenge link. We're 24 hours away from it. I know. My bad. But I do want to highlight one more deck list from the last Winston Cup, which is Desert Dust, my illustrious moderator and friends, Generaider, invoked Generaider profile, which we have right here in front of us. So this deck is kind of interesting, and I have a better version of the deck that he also has built that I will be making a video for later this week, and I will be posting that in conjunction with this. But as far as the Winston Cup deck profile, the goal here is to use the supple nature of the invoked package to go into a Macabre, and then basically, worst case scenario, only thing you're able to do is go into the invoke stuff. You can end on a Macabre, and in the Winston Cup, a single banishing negate. It's pretty powerful. It's not game breaking or anything, but it's quite nice. The Generaider stuff is able to do a couple different fun things. You're able to your preferred normal is obviously going to be Alistair, but you also can use you can essentially, you have the Kujikiri Curse, which is the level 9 generic draws, boss stage summoning Har. So what this does is that essentially, like, worst case scenario, you'll invoke into Macabre. There's a billion different ways to get to boss stage. So you get to boss stage, activate boss stage on your opponent's turn, and then you're able to special summon the Har, which is, again, you've got now a couple negates on board. That's fucking stellar. We're gonna hop into a game real quick, and we're gonna have a little fun with this and see. Okay, so got a couple duels using the Winston Cup deck in casual matches, and I thought, instead of me playing through them, which isn't always great television, let me do the replay and do play-by-play that way. Oh, hold on. Sorry about that. My girlfriend was calling me. We went second here. It's a pretty rough going second hands. This evenly matches the type of thing that needs to get off. It needs to get off. Otherwise, we have everything we need to go. We're going against Utopia, so I'm guessing Utopic Future is probably what we're going to end up on. But no, they decided to go into Utopic Ray, using a rank-up magic, Utopic Ray into Dragonar. I don't actually know what Dragonar does, but apparently it allows you to equip ZW cards directly to your shit. And special summon one number monster between 1 and 100. And of course they go for Numeron Dragon, which basically allows it to turn into a 13k Bingus. This is an excellent going second strategy. Unfortunately, they elected to go first. I draw a secondary boss stage. Mwah! I go into the battle phase and pop evenly. They do their thingamajig, and unfortunately, because they decided to go for the Bingus and not the negate, they decided to summon a Draconic Utopic Ray. Sadly, though, no negates happen. Use Magical Meltdown first, try to bait Alistair the Invoker, try to get his effect off. Nope, and they save the Ash Blossom specifically for the Invoker. I commend them, but it's not going to save them. We then elect to go straight into the Link 1 Light, instant Mecha Buff fodder, pitch the Meltdown for a boss stage, and end our turn. During their draw phase, we will activate the effective boss stage, go into a Har, which is the, force your opponent to pitch a card as the first effect. The second effect is tribute to tokens to negate. Here we have the ability, if they have the nerve of adding a card to their hand, they gotta pitch that shit. But we elect to negate their Summoner Monk because it's better to not give them the time of day in the first place. Boom, boom. Now, they use an Upstart Goblin, they get to draw a card, and now we get to punish. They send their Numeron Dragon to the graveyard, not able to use it, sadly, but that one card they got was the Tenny, and they realized, fuck, this isn't enough, and they forfeited. Now, that was on the play. Let's see what happens when we go on to the draw. Now, one of the things I really, really like about this deck is that it kind of does a really good job of like balancing between going second and going first hands. But even so, this is a stellar going first hands. We start with the Vala, which allows us to pitch the Plant Generator to special summon it, which allows us to special summon the Plant Generator, which then allows us to get a Generator card to hand to deck, which is Boss Stage. We activate our Boss Stage, normal summon Alistair, get an invocation hand, do the shuffle into getting a invoked Mechaba with the Magistus, Light, Moonhunter, blah blah blah. God, I wish Magistus were good, don't you? We activate the invocation, banish the invoke in Alistair and the Artemis, and we get a invoked Mechaba. It's a rank 9, can't you tell? We use the invocation to put the Alistair the Invoker back in hand, so we have a potential monster negate with Mechaba. We're not going to be using Kujukiri Curse this time around. We just would rather go into the Leviathan. Leviathan goes into Jormungandr. Generator boss stage activates and gets the Sahara on field during the our opponent's draw phase. We get 3 tokens, not a great amount, but you know what? I can live with it as long as we have 2. And it's Spirit Beast, one of my one done from a previous deck profile. I Ash their Spirit Gates. They call by my Ash. I Har their called by the grave. I use Leviathan to get Jormungandr. They called by my Leviathan, and I Mechaba their second called by the grave. That is 7 chains deep, folks. Negate the called by. Leviathan gets a proc. I probably should have put that in the extra monster zone, but I'm a dumbass. What can you do? Jormungandr is on field. Called by is negated. I negate their opening of the Spirit Gates. They end with a T-set and a Fusion Destiny into DPE, which is fine. I proc my Jormungandr now rather than later, getting their Chaos Beast onto underneath with the second Alistair that I broke. They take the 2 Dashers into Destiny Hero Phoenix Enforcer. Great card, by the way, in the decks that can run it comfortably. Har is, because they added a card to hand, Har is activated. They use DPE to pop both the DPE and the Mechaba, and they got to send the Haman that they drew to the graveyard. During the standby phase, the DPE will come back. I get a Hela, which is perfectly fine and dandy, but on the summon of the DPE, I activate the Jormungandr. They activate the destruction. In return, I use Har as effect to negate that, sacrificing both Har and Jormungandr. They Generator boss stage is activated, and I get in a bunch of tokens get on field, and I get to special summon the little boy to get the Vala to field, and we can just do everything again with the plants. Allows me to get the Generator boss quest to the hand, which I use to get the trap and the a second copy of boss stage, just in case, at the sacrifice of the Hela. And then before I can go into the Alistair, he forfeits, realizing he's not coming back from it. Now, all things considered, this is a very fun deck, and honestly, I can see why Dust, one of my moderators, loves it so much. And I get it, I like it too. Now, that being said, the deck is able to function on normal Master Duel Ladder by itself, outside of the Winston Cup environment. But, just as a quick sneak peek, I do want to show you guys what Desert Dust has been working on himself. Now, I'll probably end up doing a more depth in profile on it, but this is a more souped up version with some of the new cards that have come out in the new sets, including Chaos Angel. Don't worry, I like Chaos Angel a lot, and I don't think it's very power crept. This card's probably never going to get touched in the Winston Cup format, thankfully. Even so, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for watching. I appreciate you. By the time this comes out, the most recent Winston Cup will have already happened on believe Wednesday the 16th. I was filming this on the 14th. And the next Winston Cup after this will be on the 30th. I will be in Chicago, but I'm still going to be hosting the Winston Cup, and I'm looking forward to that. If you want to check out the ban list for the Winston Cup or sign up, check out my link tree. which leads to my main website, which also has my main website on it, which also has the up-to-date ban list of the Winston Cup format, as well as a challenge link, so you can sign up for the tournaments themselves. All of this information is also in my Discord, which is the first link down below. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys bunches and bunches. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see even though this is coming out after, I will see all of you, my wonderful friends during the Winston Cup this coming Wednesday. Have a good one, everybody.